we're live.
So I'm a god? Really?
You're a god? When did this come out?
That's what Kevin Durant said. Anyway, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are, whatever time it is for you right now, just know that you are locked in onto the point with
Skip.
and the king. You guys know what to do. Go down there, click subscribe, click like. Mike Kamina, we're still waiting on you to send it to us on our back page to give you that giveaway for that toque. Thank you very much to all of you, and especially you, and enjoying our content, subscribing, liking, commenting. You guys know what to do. And enjoying our amazing guests. My man, right there, the babyface assassin, my finals MVP. I don't care what y'all say. Okay, Mr. Kenyon Nisbett. How you guys doing today? Before we get into this, because we definitely got to delve into this.
Thought you were gonna call me Darko there. Got worried.
Free Darko.
I was gonna say something else, my man, but we'll save that for another time.
No one
How
got
you
that
guys doing
reference.
today? You guys good? You guys good?
I'm ready to roll.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
good. I'm good.
So currently, apparently a lot of big time reporters out there in the news media world and in the sports media world and Las Vegas has put the Raptors at the best odds to landing Mr. Kevin Durant, which I alluded to
Second
earlier.
best, sir. Second best.
But I've skipped. Come on, shut up. I've seen other ones where they put them at number one. Okay, like they have put them out there. Now, the question is, because I know a lot of you Raptors fans out there, I've seen you guys mentioning stuff and saying things. So, Kenyon, I gotta ask you, first of all, do you think the Raptors actually have a shot at landing Kevin Durant?
I think that we have the best shot, actually,
Okay, why?
because of Ben Simmons.
I knew you were gonna go here.
Yo.
It's true.
Can I just say, like,
Shout
the
out
Jenner
to
curse-
Ben.
The Jenner and Kardashian curse is real. But go on.
Yeah, and I don't want Tristan Thompson on this team, but yeah, because of Ben Simmons, basically there are certain teams that cannot trade certain players. So Miami cannot trade Bam. The Suns cannot trade Booker. Plus Booker just signed an extension. Plus there's other reasons that we're not going to get into in the show because we keep it PG. All right.
Yeah.
But that's because of the designated rookie extension. We'd explain that for people who don't know. That's there's a designated rookie extension. It's a very complicated caveat in the salary cap, but basically a team can't have two players under this very specific salary structure on their team at the same time if they both were signed with another team and then traded. It's very specific.
You can't acquire. Yeah, you can't acquire.
But bottom line is, because the Nets already traded for Ben Simmons, they can't trade for another player like that, and that basically takes away almost all of the prime targets that you go after in a Kevin Durant trade.
Okay, thank you for educating us, Skip. Right?
Gang.
Which you do sometimes. I'll give you credit on that one. But if Kevin Durant were to come to the Toronto Raptors, would he be a good fit within the Raptors system and his organization of Vision 6'9"?
Would Alicia Cuthbert be a good fit as my wife? I know I go off on
maybe
that.
Maybe not for her.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Skip, you really love her. We got to start tagging her on this.
Oh, that's a bad idea. She likes hockey players. Anyway,
and you're not.
Bottom line, I think on the floor, there's no doubt that the Raptors would be a fit for Kevin Durant. Any team in the NBA would be a fit for Kevin Durant. But when you're talking about fit, there's two questions you're kind of talking about when you're talking about fit. You're talking about fit on the floor, first of all, which is like, yeah, I mean, as long as there's enough pieces left behind after whatever you have to tear out of your team to get him there in the first place, whatever is going to be left to fit around Kevin Durant is going to be terrific. The second fit is a question of, does it fit your timeline? And that's sort of where it gets a little bit messier, because you're talking about bringing in a guy who's 34, I believe, this year. Might still be 33, but he's
I'm going to get into that. I'm going to
right around 33, 34. Bring him into a team that's building around a core of very young pieces. And if you're bringing Kevin Durant in, your timeline is now. Your timeline is tomorrow. Your timeline is championship or bust. Like there's no bones about it. There's no good job, we made it out of the second round. There's no like we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. No. Your goal, if you bring in Kevin Durant tomorrow, is we're going to win a title. And whether this team is quite ready for that, I'm not sure. But I think it'd be really fun to find out.
May I?
Yeah, take it away.
May I, gentlemen, and you ladies out there, we don't discriminate. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Okay? Kevin Durant is 34 years old. He's 7 years younger than me. Okay? He's an older man right now, right? And it seems like that's the LeBron-esque style of going to a team. Now, we've seen it with Kevin Durant over the last few years with Golden State, with Brooklyn. But he has actually done the LeBron style where he's gone to a team and the team has kind of folded after. Let's not get into Mr. Flat Earth right now, because that's a whole nother topic for another day. Okay? But that team looks like it's on the verge of folding. Like we've seen Andre Drummond leave. Kevin Durant wants out. Kyrie wants out. We've seen it, guys. We've seen it, guys. But if okay, we have also witnessed in 2019 the Toronto Raptors getting a rental player in Kawhi Leonard and Masai pulling the trigger on that, and Bobby, right, pulling the trigger on that and bringing the chip. Can we say chip or ship? I've seen some crazy stuff online about that, right? But them bringing it back to Toronto. Do we think that Toronto might make a move to get that rental player to get us back? I said us. God damn it.
It's not a rental, Brian. Kawhi was a rental. It's a mercenary. It is a mercenary.
Kevin Durant's going to be a rental.
It's a mercenary. Okay. It's a mercenary. But yeah, go on.
Are you kidding me? Kevin Durant's going to leave next year. Anyway,
he's on a 4-year contract. He's on a 4-year contract.
Okay, so what's the question?
Hold on. By the way, if he does leave, Toronto will still owe him over $100-something million for his time. But if let's just say Toronto does get him, right, and wins the championship, if you were Masai Ujiri, okay, who would you give up? Because I've seen, what's that dude? What's his name? Skip? Jake? Let's not get into that. Reporting fake news. Stop it. He's not worthy. But if you were Masai Ujiri or Bobby Webster, who would you give up in order to get Kevin Durant to make it to the championship round?
Are you asking me or Kenyon?
I'm asking Kenyon.
Oh, okay. I mean, I proposed the trade to you guys the last time, right after we were finished filming. I said, this is your OG trade. I would put OG and some sort of combination of, you can, spin the wheel and pick your man of Trent or VanVleet, not both, and whatever else to make the salaries work. I just heard that that Birch might be involved in the trade or something. But yeah, that OG and Trent, in my opinion. If you want to know why, I can explain it, or I can keep it moving and pass the torch.
Please explain it. No, please explain it.
Yeah, get into it.
Number one, if I'm KD, so first of all, no, the teams haven't flopped because clearly the Warriors just won the championship. So that's the first thing. And the OKC whatever Thunder, they didn't flop. They kept it going for a couple more years. But if I'm KD, I want to win. If I'm KD, I care about my legacy. Okay. Let's pause for a second. Why did KD leave the Warriors?
Because he wanted to prove himself.
Okay.
To take a team on his shoulders by himself.
So I'm going to take the combination of that. Yes. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, he wanted to prove himself. He wanted to be the man, or one of the men in the room, and he wanted to be loved. It was Steph's team. It was never his team. So exactly. he got his hardware. He bounced, but he wanted to be loved. Okay? So that's the first thing, is that yes, if he came here for the right package, he would be loved. If he came here for the wrong package and wasn't successful, he ain't gonna be loved. I'll tell you that. So that's another thing that goes into this whole saga, if you will.
Remember, Toronto did make fun of him during the finals?
He's over that. He went on Ibaka's podcast and he already said he's cool. He's like, I get it. The fans are passionate. We're good, right?
Yeah.
So
I remember that episode.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the first thing. I think the other thing is that he wants to win, beyond having a team. It didn't work in Brooklyn, but he wants to win. He needs to win. Okay. So to me, you need certain players on this team to have a chance. You cannot trade Pascal, and most likely you cannot trade Scotty.
And definitely not Scotty. Scotty's going nowhere. I'm going to say this to everybody out there. Scotty is going nowhere. Never give up Scotty. Yeah. Please keep going, Kenyon.
Yeah, and we'll get into that in a second because I can go on off for a long time about that. But yeah, so he needs a certain core around him. And frankly, you're going through the East. The Celtics are still going to be very good and very tough. But the East, as I said, I'm not going to compare it to what I compared it to off camera. But let's just say it's a meat grinder, okay? Simply put.
Yeah.
And to get through, the one thing that I learned from the finals is the importance of depth. And so you at least need, you don't need like everyone, but like you need some guys, right? Otherwise you're going to struggle. And if you don't have certain guys, I mean, if you need certain guys, you need to be able to make it there injury wise. And so, yeah, I think that's where I'm at.
It still didn't really answer my question. Who would you give up?
I just said, I started off
OG and Trent,
and one of Trent or Fred, and pick your choose. You can pick whichever you want. So that's the very first thing that I said.
But Brooklyn is looking for a couple first.
Well, that's their problem.
Picks.
They can kick rocks. Sorry.
You're not adding picks to that trade. You're adding at least.
Oh no. They can. You can add picks. Look.
Yeah.
Look at any other team. Like I said, OG and Trent beats any other team's asset base already, and we went through it off before, but it can already. So right there, then you say, okay, you want picks, you really want to negotiate, you could have 5 years of control. That's the highest that I would go. I would not go to 7 years. I go as high as 5. But
picks?
It would be a negotiation.
5 picks?
5 picks, including pick swaps and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, the 3 pick swaps that they were talking about. Okay.
It's like, I think you'd be doing 3
2 pick swaps, three.
Yeah.
I give 2 pick swaps and 3 first rounders at maximum.
Okay.
That's that is not where I start, but that's my, after this I cannot. You can now kick rocks.
Okay, Skip.
Skip,
what would you give up?
It really pains me. This whole trade saga pains me because I don't want to trade
Scotty
last night.
I don't want to trade Scotty. I don't want to trade Pascal.
Hell no.
I just love the idea of OG as a complementary player next to Kevin Durant. That would be so nice. So If you could do it for Van Vliet and Trent, I would be all over that trade. I think that'd be a really fun trade. But I think that definitely Brooklyn would at least dig in and say we need one of Pascal, OG, or Scotty. And I think the bottom line is going to be that Pascal and Scotty are probably off the table from the Raptors' perspective. And that's where OG just becomes this kind of mid-range piece that's really coveted by a lot of players in the league. Teams in the league, sorry. Remember, we came on a podcast like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I said he had an argument for being a top 25 trade asset in the league. So this is going to be the test of that. This is going to be the test of that if he can be the guy that gets you Kevin Durant. And so I kind of agree with your package. Like I said, if you could keep OG, I would kind of love to see a team with KD, Scotty, Pascal, and OG. I think that team would be absolutely terrifying.
Nuts.
But it's pretty hard to get that deal done. I don't think Brooklyn is going to be jumping at the idea of getting 1 year of Trent's or Van Vliet.
That's totally terrifying.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they do it?
Why wouldn't Brooklyn do it?
Yeah. Who's going to beat that offer?
Well, for one reason.
You know what? There is that talk about DeAndre Ayton in.
They don't want him. The very last thing that they said in their season-ending presser, and also reports have come out since that they don't want him. But the very first thing they said is they want team-first guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
do I have to go further, or can we move on from DeAndre Ayton?
Oh, Bridges. Oh, geez.
Let's not even go there.
Yeah. That's a different conversation.
That's a different type of show.
Back to my point. I think.
Right.
The reason that they wouldn't want Trent and Van Vliet is because Trent isn't expiring and Van Vliet.
Oh, I thought you said Trent and OG. Okay, got it.
Trent and Van Vliet is still technically an expiring. Trent and OG, that's much more exciting, enticing for them because OG's obviously under control, not on a rookie maximum deal. And I think as far as assets that they're going to actually be able to get out of this deal, he's pretty high up the list. And so, yeah, even if the Raptors come forward with an offer of OG and Trent and a boatload of picks, that's probably not what Brooklyn's looking for right now. But it would be really interesting if that's the best offer at the end of the day. And they're
so you guys are comfortable with Toronto giving up picks to Brooklyn?
Yeah,
you gotta give up picks in this trade.
Are you guys cool with that?
If it's for what I suggested, yes. 1000%. You wouldn't be?
I mean, there's still a part of me that is like, don't do this trade. Don't.
You're telling me you have Durant. Okay, in this hypothetical situation, you have kept Durant. You acquired Durant. You have Scotty. You have Fred. You have Pascal. And whoever other scrub you want, and Otto Porter Jr. and Thaddeus Young, and like we still have guys.
I would hope Precious is still
Precious and Benton and Penny, right?
Look, like there might have to be someone additional added, but like my point is like from the other people on the bunch, right? But this ain't the main cast.
Yeah. No, I get it.
These are some background dancers.
We're talking
in
about
a Beyonce video that are in the background. You don't even know this dude's name.
Is it? It comes back to
the
mercenary
bus.
thing.
I will pack his bags for you.
Comes back to the mercenary thing. Do you want to?
What
we already did the mercenary thing with Kawhi, right? We already brought somebody in to bring us a championship. So it's not going to mean quite as much if someone else comes in and does the same thing for us, versus if the Raptors do it a little bit more homegrown, develop. But at the end of the day,
you've kept all your homegrown guys, though, right? You've kept most of your homegrown guys.
Most of them, yes.
Right? Not only that, but again, we all agreed that Kevin Durant needs to win, right? Yeah. You're telling me that the remaining group of people, number one, that they can't get people to run with them?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying,
and
let me put it this way.
Two, you're telling me that they wouldn't have a chance. They would be instant contenders for multiple years. If he wants to kick rocks after that, he's crazy.
Let me put it this way. When Kawhi came here for that 1 year was magical, but it was also the most stressful year of my basketball life, right?
Yeah, but he the team that I just suggested, you don't have to have that in the media where it's like, oh, will he or won't he? Because he's going to stay. Because he's under contract. The whole Masai's not going to bring this dude in without. Part of why the negotiation takes a while right now is because you're talking both to KD and his agent, as well as you are negotiating with the Nets at the same time to make sure that he is okay. You're not going to bring him in if he's like, oh well, I'm gonna bounce, and you're not going to trade.
And he doesn't have the option to bounce. Like, let's be real, unless he wants to put in another trade request in a year. Yeah.
Unless he demands, but like my point is that the whole point of getting a KD level guy, right, is you're not. The Raptors are partly in this position because they have the assets to do it without completely gutting their roster and still having a championship level team for multiple years, which is also why you keep Scottie. Think about it this way. Do you think who is the second best player on the team this year?
Scottie.
Thank you. It was Scottie.
Probably.
It was Scottie.
Oh, last year. This past year.
This
I thought you were talking about next year.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
And Scottie's going to be the best player in a couple years if they don't land Kevin Durant.
Precisely.
Pascal was all NBA and Fred was an all-star, but Scottie was in the conversation.
Fred pushed for all-star. Fred. Let's not get into this, but
let's go on. Move on to your point.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to you guys is, with Kevin Durant being available, and the Raptors being the odds-on favorite to land him, according to according to a lot of sources. Guys, listen. Do you think Kevin Durant would come here, win a chip, and then dip?
No, because he wants to win more. He wants to cement himself as one of the best of all time. So he wants to win more than one.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially at his age.
Not only because he can't, but because the idea of bringing him in would be he comes in with all of these really good young players, and they can create their own mini dynasty. They can be this team for the next 4 years, where the window, we talk about windows all the time. The window for this team suddenly becomes the next 4 years. And that's Van Vliet's window. That actually does kind of line up with Van Vliet, Siakam, kind of entering kind of their prime years, end prime years. We'll have a little more of a debate about that.
Market inefficiencies typically dictate these type of things. And if you look at the ages of how old the Warriors were when they got Kevin Durant, and the market inefficiency of the cap going up and all that kind of stuff, this is similar because Ben Simmons, right? Ben Simmons is our market inefficiency. So we get him, and it's kind of a similar situation where you got a whole bunch of guys that are younger, that are aged literally around the same, like age 29. They're actually
tell little Miss Jenner, I want that baby. But go on.
Go for it. But and this is my thing, right? Like, you have a whole bunch of guys in their prime, and then after 4 years, guess what? Scottie Barnes is 24 now.
He's just entering his prime. Yeah.
So that would be kind of the
magical thing where if you can keep Pascal, you can keep your Scottie. I guess we're going with the OG and Trent being the package now. Then suddenly there's this timeline where
it wouldn't be Fred I know what you're saying. Yes.
You got the old guy who's still really, really good. You got your prime guys that are just filling out their prime.
Not just and really good, like top 7 in the NBA good.
All time. And then you got your young stud coming up. So
let's pump the brakes on the all-time stuff yet.
All time? Yeah. Shut up, Skip.
But
you don't think KD's a top 20 all-time player?
Top 20, but you just said top 7.
Yeah, so I was, when I said top 7, I was talking specifically about in the NBA right now. He's top 7. I don't to get into the whole like all time until someone's retired. But yeah, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, we'll not get into that right now.
That's another episode.
Yeah, that's a whole other episode.
After the chip.
I will say, look, as the odds are going towards the Raptors' favor, I said that horribly. As the odds are shifting in the Raptors' favor.
Didn't you just write a book?
Yeah, you think, right?
Just checking. Okay.
And I'm not even drunk right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as the odds are shifting in the Raptors' favor, I am starting to come around to the idea of maybe you just do it. Maybe you just, as a GM or a team executive, as Masai is, as Bobby is, there's times when you just have to make the move. Like, it's fun to build. It's fun to look around at all the young guys you have. It's fun to see this team's going to be really good in a few years. Sometimes you just got to make the move. And this is the move.
Before I ask Kenyon, I'm going to ask him the same question. So you'd pull the trigger?
For the package that I'm talking about,
it depends on the package, though. Like the OG Trent package, I think is probably the Raptors have to do it.
That's
the Raptors
the key,
have to do the OG Trent package. There. But that's Brooklyn,
the key, ladies and gentlemen, it depends on the package.
Yes.
It definitely depends on the package.
That's what she said.
I was okay.
Don't even let me tell you about last night. But anyway.
Yeah, but sorry, Skip, what you were saying.
So, the OG Trent package. This is going off the rails, guys. I'm sorry.
This is definitely going off the rails. All right.
The OG Trent package is, I think, where the Raptors start. I think Brooklyn absolutely comes back and asks for Pascal or Scotty, and I think that's sort of where things are in the balance right now.
I mean,
and
I have my background here, but the door's out there. You can kick rocks.
Well, the Siakam one is interesting because if you're trading Siakam, you're just getting a direct upgrade on your best player, right?
He's not going to come without Siakam being here. That's the whole point. He needs
exactly.
But the thing
no offense to Fred, but Fred hasn't proven that he can be a number 2. Siakam needs to be there to be that Robin.
Thank you.
Well, that's why you keep Scotty in that scenario. So now Scotty slides into that.
All respect to Scotty.
Scotty's
all respect to Scotty, right? But Scotty's number one, he's
I don't care what you guys say. Scotty is totally untouchable.
For sure, yes. But 1 second. My point is that so Scotty's here. Scotty, I have all respect for him, but he's not. Siakam is going to take another level this year. Siakam will be better than Scotty by the end of the year. It will be close, but he will be better than Siakam. Scotty is still learning. He will be there by probably year 3, year 4. Right?
Yeah.
And that's high praise for this guy. Right? Yeah. And he's going to surpass him for sure. But I'm just saying, like, you need even Robert is like, even Robert is saying that most likely this is the gamble that you take. The package that I put together, the package that I've been suggesting.
Yeah, I'm talking about if Brooklyn comes to you and says Brooklyn comes and says no deal without Siakam,
then they can kick rocks. Find a deal with someone else.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Look, you
it's
can deal with
it's a tough call.
Because it's a 3-team trade, right? If it's not with us, it has to be a 3-team trade. So you can work out with 2 other teams and try to figure out something. Or you can deal with us.
That's the other question I wanted to ask you guys. If KD were to leave Brooklyn, which is most likely going to happen, right? And the Raptors were to acquire him, I have 2 questions. First one is, if the Raptors were to get him, I've seen a couple mock trades. What other team do you think would get involved? Because I've seen Phoenix, and I've seen Utah, and I've seen Atlanta at one point.
Not Utah.
Utah doesn't make a whole lot of sense at all right now.
And Denver.
Atlanta doesn't make sense. Okay, so.
And Miami.
Atlanta might make sense. I haven't looked at that one.
For who?
I'd have to look.
The only person that makes sense for Atlanta. So the only person that makes sense for Atlanta is Trey, and Trey can't be traded because of Simmons. So this is my point. Yeah. And they have no assets after that. Okay. In terms of Denver, they're not going to get rid of Jokic because he basically just agreed to a
that's
supermax.
Yeah.
So
Jamal Murray though.
Hold on.
Murray, is Murray
that's my point. That's my point. Rookie max contract. He can't be traded.
I'm looking at
I just seen these, so I'm asking you guys.
No, that's what I'm saying. Simmons messes up the rest of the thing for us in our favor. So because of Simmons, There's not a lot of.
I think it would have to be
Thank
John
you.
Collins. It'd have to be John Collins, but then they got to throw in a hell of a lot more than that. Yeah.
They just gave up all their picks for DeJounte Murray.
Oh, right. Yeah. Forget Atlanta then.
Thank you.
Forget Atlanta.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Skip. What do you think?
Other teams? Well, there's talk about
What do you
Miami,
think of other
but
teams
again,
getting involved in that trade for Toronto to land Kevin Durant?
you're talking about a 3-team trade with
No,
Toronto.
let's not go down that route.
Yeah.
Today.
No.
3, 4, 5
let's just
teams.
talk-
I've seen 8-team trade on this one. It's insane.
Like Kenyon just said, it's just kind of hard to find matches. Like there's a lot of teams out there that would love to have KD, but to have teams that have the right salary structure, the right talent level, the right picks available, it's really hard to find teams. And even the Phoenix deal doesn't really work.
Come to daddy.
Even the Miami deal doesn't really work. All right, Kenyon, give me one.
Go.
No, I'm
Kenyon.
saying KD, come to daddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I got NBA trade machine open on my phone right now, and I'm kind of going down the list here.
We don't have time for you to play
I'm not
with the
going to
trade
go
machine.
deep down this rabbit hole, but I'm looking around like what like Washington, Beal, like I don't know, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, he is from Washington, but like, come on, man. Like,
I
he's
mean,
not
that's not going to happen. Like, he doesn't want to go to Washington.
I have 2 more questions for you guys. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
better
hard.
than him playing on his phone with
hard.
the trade
It's just
machine.
hard.
With the Raptors re-signing and doing the outside signing of Otto Porter, do you think they put themselves in a position to get KD?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, KD's not coming here because of Porter Jr. That's like
that.
No,
that
but the
also,
Raptors
but
have assets.
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
but Otto Porter Jr. is not going to be put in a trade. Is my point, right?
yeah, he's talking about who would be on the roster around him. But I mean, we're looking pretty far down the roster.
Let's put it this way: because of the Otto Porter Jr. like addition and us keeping our 2 main guys, which by the way, Thad can't officially be added in a trade if we wanted him to be as of today, kind of a thing. But because of that, I think we're deep enough that it's worth pursuing this again. But you should realistically be keeping Siakam, and you should be keeping Scotty. I'm not even gonna. If you want me to go on a rant about Scotty, I can, but I'm not. I don't think that I have to. But you don't trade your future. And also think about it this way: this man just won
you and
the
Robert
rookie.
go on a rant about Scotty.
Yeah, this man just won Rookie of the Year. Okay, who has ever traded Rookie of the Year? He just won it 2 months ago. You're gonna trade 2 months ago? Did Cleveland trade LeBron for Kobe?
Nope.
I mean,
okay. No, they didn't.
LeBron's not just your garden variety Rookie of the Year.
You're like
God,
Kyrie from another dimension, my guy.
Don't talk about LeBron.
And listen, even if you can say whatever you
Did
want
Philly
about
trade
LeBron,
Michael Carter-Williams? Like,
but it wasn't the same thing. It wasn't the same level of guy.
I
You've
know,
never
I'm
seen a
just
guy
messing with you.
like
I'm just
Scotty
messing with
doing
you.
this type of thing.
Did
Yeah.
You can
Portland
mess with
draft
me all you
Michael
want.
Jordan?
There's a difference in talent level, and you've never seen a guy with the skill set, with the talent, with the passion, with all those things, and the loyalty. He loves this. He was scootering around the city taking pictures with fans today.
Yeah.
Let me say,
Today.
if Kevin Durant was 27 years old on a 4-year contract, then
But
you
he
might
ain't.
trade Scotty for him. But if he's 34 years old on a 4-year contract,
We're not
You're not
Kyrie.
trading.
We're not in a different dimension. We're living in the here and the now, as far as we know. Okay.
Okay, guys, we're running out of time.
Log one.
So I got yo,
Brethren.
fam, you out there from the
So-
pig, but you sound like a Toronto man.
Yeah.
So-
So what's the question, man?
I got one more question for you guys before we head out of here. Okay. Give me a name. Give me a team. Give me a city. Where is KD going to end
Toronto.
up for next season?
Toronto.
Wow. Okay, Skip.
I'm
Stop
stuck.
looking at. Stop.
I'm thinking. I'm
He's
trying
trying to figure out
find-
this damn trade machine thing.
I'm
and
just
put
I'm
the
not
phone
looking
down
up
and
trades.
Stop
put the
playing.
I'm
phone
not
down.
looking up
Phone
trades.
down.
I'm literally just like trying to
Alicia
find.
Put your
Cuthbert.
phone down,
All right,
Skip.
you know
We're here
what?
for the
All
people.
right.
Well, you're looking
We're
up
here
Alicia.
for the people.
New Orleans.
Come on.
New Orleans. Let's go for it. Let's go for it, pals. Why not?
Wow. Okay, I got one that might mess with y'all head, but I can see Portland.
With what assets?
Yeah, they'd have to find somebody to give for them.
I don't know. I could just see it.
They also
I could
they
see
also
it,
I didn't do
but
it
they'd have to
tonight.
come up with a package.
but also keep in mind that Portland's does not have their control over their own assets until they convey one to Chicago. So all their picks are owed to Chicago between now and I think 2025.
Exactly. I said Portland just for the hell of it, but I do agree with you. I do see KD coming here, this side of the border, right? A lot of people have seen it. A lot of people in the know. A lot of big time reporters and a lot of people out there that y'all be watching.
Can I say one thing? I would just for kicks and giggles, they should start a reality show and keep him there and keep Kyrie there. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. And then like whoever, like, man, that would be hilarious.
Are we not like just a little bit worried about KD drama? Like,
no.
Like this Raptors team has so little drama right now.
Can we call it?
You don't think Masai?
Can we call that reality show Kicks and Kyrie's?
Yeah, sure. That's a good name.
I mean, it'd be nice. He'll be better away from Kyrie. Don't get me wrong, but like,
dude, if he wants to, he could tweet all he wants. Okay, he could tweet all he wants. But for that package, he could. If he wants to complain, what is he going to complain about? Does he really complain that much?
Yeah.
When he's not around someone who is like on a different planet and like was born and thinks that they were KD in another life and all this kind of nonsense.
To the Twitter.
Would you not be sensitive if I told you that I was you in a different life? You wouldn't know what to say.
Man.
I'm not talking about Kyrie. I'm talking about all the people that get at him on.
This is my point. Kyrie was part of the issue, and he's around weird people. Yeah. Okay, weird.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just asking. Let's move on. We don't have to get it.
We'll see him in a Lakers uniform next year. But guys, time is ticking, so we're out of here. Kenyon, thank you for coming on for the show.
No problem.
Right, we love all your insight. Everybody that comes in, watches our show, loves your insight. I've actually had a couple friends that have been like, "Yo, the Babyface Assassin. I like that name for that dude." I won't say what they really said, but because we keep it PG, right? But they do enjoy you, and a lot of people do enjoy you, and I enjoy you. Skip enjoys you. Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. I'm glad we had this conversation. Skip.
Sorry, Tim, for missing out, because I know Tim wanted to be here, but he's busy.
Yeah, it's
don't forget, I got a new cover for my book. So if you're buying my book on Amazon, you got a fancy new cover. Check it out.
Limited edition right here.
Yeah. You got the archaic one.
At Dougie J's, Skip, you guys know what to do. Go down there. Bother him. It's baseball season, so he's losing his goddamn mind. Like, I'm waking up to like too many texts in the group chat. It's absolutely crazy. But
I'm not even in the group chat, which is nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's nuts over there. I want to get out of there, but I gotta be in there. But Kenyon, thank you again. Skip, you guys know what to do. Go down there, click subscribe, click like. Shout out to our friends, Mike Kamina, hit us back, and our main man, James Welch, and we love you. And our dude, Robert, that we just mentioned a couple times. I know some of y'all got some issues with him, but the man is smart.
No one has issues with Robert.
He knows what he's talking about. So, on behalf of myself, Kenyon, and Simon, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, and
peace.